Hey, welcome back to another RSG Lunch Stream. I'm Ranger J 1999 from the RSG crew. Welcome one and all to our fabulous lunch stream full of wonder and grandeur and splendor. No, there's none of that. We're just here really to hang out and, talk about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, whatever's on your mind. Drink some coffee, no big whoop. And joining me is, of course, part of the RSG crew, Mr. Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman. Dr. Finn, how goes the pew-pewing?
It's pew-pewing along.
That's right. Finn is playing some Battlefront while we're doing this because he is determined to pew-pew his way to history. And you can hear him clicking away.
I'll stop. I know that it was distracting for some people last time, so I'll stop.
Yeah. It's okay, Finn. Also joining us is our boy Grim. Grim? Is he there?
Can you hear me?
Oh, there he is. Hey, there's Grim.
What's up?
What's that? Also joining us is our boy Samely Red. He will be collecting questions.
Hello there.
Hello there. And of course, my boy, who both of us were laughing hysterically last night into unconscious playing Battlefront, and is just rabid Star Wars Galaxy Heroes player, Vincelli.
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on? And if you're not familiar with the lunch stream, the way it is, we just hang out, talk about the game. If you got questions, oh my dang YouTube. There goes my phone every time. It's tradition. It's a great day for Canada and therefore the world. If you're
your phone's like, they're streaming.
Oh, yeah.
Time to interrupt them.
So I can see the chat, you know what I'm saying? But, if you're new to the stream, then, basically we just hang out. We talk about the game, what's on your mind. If you got questions, make sure you put it in the stream. We'll get to it. Stanley will scoop it up. He's been doing very well, Dr. Finn. Your apprentice is learning very quickly. And Finn, no response. Okay.
I'm here.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, I know you're.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself.
Right.
And yes, I am very proud.
That's right. Buy that man a Twinkie, Finn. But make sure you put in chat.
Buy him. I'm gonna make him one.
Oh, that's right. That's right. But if you have questions, make sure you put either question in front of it or put it in the form of a question, and we'll talk about it. We'll discuss the latest and greatest in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. We had the events this weekend, and now we're getting ready for, let's see what's next. Territory battle starts in 56 minutes. There we go. So we start our next round of territory battles, which is awesome. So I hope everyone has a great, successful territory battles. I'm going to go into the heroic Sith raid and do some damage. And I'm in phase 2, so let's talk about phase 2 while we're waiting. So I'm in heroic. So what do you... Now, I haven't used my Jedi training raid team yet. Should I try to use that for should I go in there with heroic Ray and try to get a high score here?
Whatever your guild needs you to do.
Oh, well. They just need me to do a lot of damage is what they need me to do. So,
Ranger, you forgot Xylo, man.
Did I forget Xylo takedown?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Xylo. So many names, so little time.
It's all good.
Or so little time, so many names. Reverse it, stop. Okay.
Scratch that, reverse it.
Yeah, scratch that, reverse it. Okay, print it, put it on a t-shirt. So, what's going on, buddy? I'm sorry about that, man.
It's all good, brother. Busy day. It's Monday, so.
You know it. That's right. How's the little one?
He's doing good, man. In between lunch right now, actually at work, but can't wait to get off in the next couple hours to go home and see him.
Yeah. Very nice. If you guys didn't check out, make sure you like and subscribe, guys. Help us support us. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, man. We've been stuck at 2960 subscribers for I don't know how long days now. I don't know what the hell's going on. But if you could subscribe, that would really help out the channel. Give us a thumbs up. We're trying to get to 3,000, and YouTube, I don't know what YouTube's doing. It'll drive me nuts. But make sure you guys do that. Give us a thumbs up. It helps us out tremendously. If you haven't checked out, I have a lot of Battlefront streams. We're going to be doing some cool, funny stuff where we take all the funny things that have been happening in Battlefront and put something together for you guys. We had the RSG Mature stream. The RSG Mature stream was I almost died. I was laughing so hard. So T-Money for the Mature stream wanted me to get Knights of the Old Republic, which I did. And so we were going to play it because I don't think she'd ever seen the game before, if I remember correctly. So I get the game, we open it up, and she's like, "Oh, I don't like this." I'm like, "What?"
Boring. That's what she said.
I was like, "God."
I warned her beforehand that it was a freaking role-playing game. It's gonna be slow at the beginning, and
and then so drinking ensued, Mad Libs ensued. Our usual banter. We talked about Galaxy Heroes a lot and answering questions, and then we got into this thing where it's like, T-Money had a Zeta, and she's asking who she should put it on. So we were telling her she needed to put it on First Order Stormtrooper. And she's like, we were kind of going back and forth, and she's like, "Okay, I'm going to do it." Except we had been drinking a lot, and I don't know what happened to T-Money's brain. It was so fun. She sated First Order TIE Fighter pilot and not Stormtrooper. If you had not heard the whole banter that went back and forth there, please go back and listen, because it is the funniest thing ever. I swear, I thought we were all going to choke. We were laughing so hard. But it was a fun time. Yeah, Chrome Cobra was there. We had a lot of people on just hanging out. Well, thank you. I am the Birdman 60 for subbing. We appreciate that very much. I really do. And we should be getting a pop-up every time somebody subs. I'm not watching. I don't have OBS open. It looks funky when I do it. But you should give us an indicator. So thank you very much. Very, very much appreciated. So that happened. Check out that on the RSG Mature channel. It's not on this channel. It's on the other one that we have set up for that. Had a great Jedi Academy. Warrior was back from his vacation and everything. So check out that. That was a lot of really good questions and information there as well. So go ahead and get your questions in. Now let's talk about this. So which raid team should I go in? Obviously going to do Ray and who else? R2 BB-8. I've got Scavenger Ray in there. Who should be the fifth? Kenobi. Who should we go with? Come on, Blue Ribbon Panel. God dang it. Drink some coffee. Wake the hell up.
Put Magma Trooper in there instead of Kenobi.
No, I could put Magma Trooper in there. No, not Magma Trooper.
Resistance Trooper?
We can do Resistance Trooper. Let's see how we do with that. If I can find him. You know what? I could just do this. With our new handy dandy thingy, we can go right to Resistance, pop it, and there he is. So, no healing. Let's see how we do with this team here. All right, so we'll start doing that and see how we do. Any questions coming in so far there, Stanley?
Yeah, we got a few.
Sure, I figured. Would you like to give us one?
Sure. I am the Birdman 60. Question: Emperor Palpatine led Zeta or Vader lead Zeta or raid Han Zeta for a new player in a guild with heroic AAT on farm. Which do you think will help the most?
Raid Han.
Yeah, for the heroic raid, yeah.
Well, they already have it on farm, so he doesn't need to worry about.
What were the choices again?
Emperor Palpatine lead, Vader lead, or Han Zeta.
Of those, I mean, the only one that would really help in any raid is Raid Han. But I would probably go with Palpatine because I'm assuming that he could always use a little help in Arena.
Yeah, Palp will help get him into at least the top 100. No problem.
Raid wise, none of those are really good. Debuffs don't really work too well on the raid, so there's no reason to go debuff based. Raid Han is good, but you need that whole Chex Mix team, and if you're, I don't know what the status of the whole guild is, whether or not Heroic AAT's anywhere in the picture, but you can always come back to Raid Han. So I would go with Palpatine and focus on Arena.
Word.
Bad Rongo. Question: without JTR, who the hell can I use in the Sith Raid Phase 1?
Jawas.
No.
Jawas, Imperial
No,
Troopers.
I'm serious.
Yeah, Jawas work.
Jawas are really good because, for one thing, like Jawa Engineer won't trigger Nihilus's tenacity up because you don't actually deal damage when you place your detonator. And the other part is that Scavenger's unique. You have to make sure you have it Omega because then you'll put detonators. So now you're just stacking up a bunch of different detonators. Try to make sure that you use Scavenger's special ability in order to trigger them so you don't accidentally like die, because I know a lot of people Jawas are kind of squishy, so you have to make sure you have that under control. But Jawas would be the one that I would say.
You can also do the Boba
Thrawn
Fett,
Magma Trooper.
thermal detonator team. And Thrawn Magma Trooper is just it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a friend right now in high places testing out a Thrawn lead with Director Krennic, Death Trooper. The Zeta is optional. I think the Zeta would kind of give a more turn meter for Death Trooper. Magma Trooper, obviously, and then the fifth's still up in the air. Thinking, obviously, even though she's not free to play, Visas Mar would do more damage out of her turn and heal that team. Counters, of course. Again, it's a work in progress right now, but come over and subscribe to my channel too. That'll be up any day. I got some test film on that exact team too, with Hermit Yoda as the fifth and tier 4. Just test running it. For now, I have the test film going in and reapplying certain scenarios and testing the RNG and trying to reapply Master's Training and Death Mark over and over, and it was really fun to play with it. Again, I have the test film on tier 4, and I have someone working on it right now with its full capability in Heroic. So we'll see how that goes. And again, come over to my channel and subscribe. I'll have more content on that coming up, and that could be your potential altered team for JTR.
Word. All right.
Yeah, Xylo, they were asking about Territory Wars, not the raid.
About what? Asking about what?
No, I said they were asking about Territory Wars, not the raid. But you were right. I was just messing with you.
Oh man. Okay. All right.
From
all
the
right.
other day.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see it now. My bad. I'm a little slow today.
it's alright. It's still early for most people.
Most people are like, what? Oh no. Next question, please, good sir.
Michael D. Question: what is the best trooper team to run in Phase 2 of the Sith Raid? Do you prefer Thrawn or Veer's lead? Do you have another phase that you like to run them in, not doing Heroic yet?
What phase was it?
Phase 2.
I'll take a stab at this one.
Mm-hmm.
So, I usually think, well, we're Phase 2 specific. Well, Phase 3, I think troopers shine a lot. The only difference in P2, P3 is you switch up the lead. So P2, I can see Thrawn lead, because you're in the debuffs, and I don't know if it triggers his protection, but and the turn meter gain. But yeah, Thrawn lead would be better on P2. The best team would be Thrawn, Veer, Stark, Death Trooper, and then your fifth, you can either make it Magma Trooper if you have it geared up. That'd be amazing. But if not Magma Trooper, I would say Shore Trooper, just for the heals. And then if you were to go into P3, I would just switch the rolls around and keep the team the same. Maybe take Magma Trooper out and keep a double tank up there, like a Stormtrooper or Shore Trooper combination.
Yeah, to chime in on the double tank combo, that's why, I was trying to refer with that first team for phase one that is in the makings right now for me. You still have 5 Imperial Troopers left over with that team. And, you got your Beers Lead, Stark, Snow Trooper, and then both the taunting tanks. You could run that in phase 3 and, get your percentage in there for your guild. And, again, they do thrive in phase 2, but I think there's a lot other teams that you can use in phase 2 to do your percent in the guild. So the best place for those double tanks to shine, in my opinion, would be phase 3.
That's science. All right. Next question.
Scooby, question, is JTR worth it for the amount of time you spend farming the vets?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Big time. Still viable in arena. What? How did you take out my trooper? He was stupid. Retreat. She's still meta for arena, and she's amazing in territory battles, territory wars, and she's damn good in the Sith raid. I don't know how. She's one of those characters that you just can use her everywhere and just be very happy with the results. That's the best way I can put it.
Yeah, you can use her in any aspect of the game right now.
Mm-hmm. It's just so good. I mean, I know they nerfed exposed and stuff, but still, good lord, so good. Like, I mean, she's just one of those characters. It's worth it. It is definitely worth it. Definitely worth it.
Stama Ozbuff, question, rank the droids from worst to best. LOL.
Oh, God.
Okay, well, number 1 would be...
Okay. Everything. R2, BB-8. There you go.
That's the worst.
What
Grievous,
about IPD?
for 1. Oh, wait.
IPD's got to be one of the best.
IPD and Grievous worst.
True.
But... yeah, IPD is probably the best.
I agree. Grievous is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Grievous is pretty bad. I mean, let's do top 5 droids. In no particular order. We're not saying one's better than the other. I would say R2, BB-8, IPD are in there. Who would be the other two?
88.
B2.
Yeah, B2. 88.
HK.
Yeah, his lead is pretty decent.
Let's say 88.
Yeah.
I don't think of any other droids.
Chopper can be
Chopper.
Chopper's pretty damn good too.
K2SO, but he's, I think, only...
K2SO's okay.
Nah, K2SO sucks now that they removed his running man.
I like Chopper better than K2, in my opinion.
Yeah, Chopper's a pretty nasty little tank.
That, and you don't have to put the Zeta on him to get the full viability.
On Chopper? I mean, like, Chopper doesn't have a Zeta.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Sorry.
I'd say what?
He doesn't have the Zeta, and he has a better healing mechanic.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty right on point.
Again, to IPD, Grande likes to keep bringing up the fact that you can use him to climb in your arena now with these Palpatine teams, and his Dispel AoE and Target Lock is, going to help him become the new climbing buddy in an arena for you.
I don't know about that, but...
What? He keeps going after my damn resistance trooper. What is this madness? Stupid scion. I'm aware of your warlock powers here, scion. It's not going to work. All right, next question, please.
Scooby, question: who is better overall, and who to go for first? Hermit Yoda or Wampa?
Hermit Yoda.
Hermit Yoda.
I mean, Wampa's really. They're both amazing. We can agree that they're both really amazing, good characters, right? But Hermit Yoda's really starting to shine, especially with the Sith raid and everything. I mean, good lord, that little green frog. I'm all in. I'll have him up to this territory battle. He's a madman.
Yeah, there are only so many comps that Wampa works in. Hermit Yoda can work in a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And I know of several that a lot of people haven't really thought of yet that are going to be amazing.
Real quick, too,
For Hermit
Wampa
Yoda.
has the attacker tag, right?
Yeah.
How is he killing my
So-
trooper?
I was thinking, you know, I'm pretty sure I heard it in another video, to be honest, but how about Wampa on the Chex Mix team?
Oh, that could work.
I mean, that way
Yeah,
he has
it
some
could
raid
work.
viability. But I mean, also to note on the, you know, that's a big topic going around the community, especially, you know, like what's tuned to farm, Hermit Yoda or Wampa. I say Hermit Yoda, especially since, you know, I've double Zeta'd him already, and I'm waiting in the next couple of days for this territory battles to finish, and I'll have him 7 stars, gear 12. It just depends on where your cadence is at, and you know, if you've started farming one or the other, at least get both unlocked. You know, if you haven't unlocked one or the other, but mainly focus on Hermit Yoda in the end game.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I have my Wampa. I'm gonna 7-star my Wampa after this territory battles, but yeah, the Hermit Yoda. I mean, the way he can reach phase is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's very unique. And then, you know, I regret not building that double cadence for both of them earlier on because, you know, yeah, I got a 7-star gear 12 Hermit Yoda coming up around the corner, but I have 30 shards for Wampa right now, and that's going to be another couple weeks till I even unlock him. So,
All right, next question.
Trevor Christensen, has anyone tried Rolo in Arena as a counter to the Palpatine teams? What would be the best lineup to use with her as lead?
we kind of touched on that Saturday. I brought that up when Warrior was on, and you know, I'm sure everybody in the chat right now has at least seen a little bit of like gameplay arena film with Rolo going against EP teams, and that's really just good mods on the Rolo team and, you know, the kill order. But I mean, it just doesn't work, you know, because it doesn't, you know, you're playing a defense against an offense thing, and there's so many AoE debuffs and, you know, counters to that team, even with the foresight, or even like we noted about the Qui-Gon Jinn lead too a couple of days ago. You know, it has its place, but you know, I don't think on defense it would be your best bet.
Mm-mm. It just, yeah. Nice idea, just...
Yeah, I'm all for thinking outside the box and everything like that, but again, you know, you don't want to hurt yourself on defense. You know, you want to make sure that, you know, what you're leaving it on defense is going to help you in the long run.
Yeah, don't let your defense be focused on one team because Arena has a lot of teams right now.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you need 2 going on 3 teams now.
All right, next question.
We're out of questions.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll keep doing the get your questions in.
Let's speed roll them.
I'm trying to figure out this damn raid. I'm using Xeris now, so let's see how that does. Because my trooper just kept getting ruffle stomped.
There we go. 1 gear piece closer to getting crew to gear 12.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
Yeah, crew, a lot of people are all in, like Flynn on that dude, and yeah.
Okay, we got a question.
Stop the presses.
Scooby, G.I. Joe or versus G.I. Jose?
Jose versus Joe? Oh, no.
Go Joe, man.
Joe in organized military, Jose in a street fight.
No, but yeah, see, there you go.
That's science.
That is science. You can't argue with that crap.
Eddie Costi, when can we see more Carmen cider?
Well, we're going to keep doing it on the mature.
Oh my God.
We're going to do more KAMENCIDER. We're going to be doing more of that on the mature channel. That was, who came up with that name? Now, how did he do that? Oh,
that was Ouchie.
Was that Ouchie?
Ouchie Dumpling.
Yes, she did come up with that name. Oh, ouch.
It was a mix, though, right? Because it was one of the names of the week that Nerfers were considering or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we ended up... Mm-hmm. The things we do for our fans. But it's worth it. It's definitely worth it.
Yep.
King Castern, question: how much wood would Finn chuck if Finn could chuck wood?
Well, I don't know if Finn even has ever picked up an axe in his life, but let's find out. Finn.
I mean, my warrior in Dungeons and Dragons used to have an axe. It was a great axe.
Okay. But in real life,
I don't even know what an axe is if it wasn't for Dungeons and Dragons. So no.
Finn's Ewoks would cut him for him.
Yeah.
Spears, I know. Make a spear with a stone and a stick. That I'm good with. I don't know what an axe is.
Zylo1111. Question: is the chicken dead? And if no, when can he/she guest star?
We have no update on this chicken. We'll have to wait for Grande Patron to get back on to give us a report.
Yeah, we think he's still chasing it with his jacket.
Yeah, we're not sure what's going on with that. I mean, as soon as we get any more live updates, trust me, you'll be the first to know. Because I think he said some cat was around and had, I think, ate the chickens or something.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's chicken.
Chicken.
Grande.
Oh, man, this is killing me, dude.
The chicken?
Why? No, I keep on. The silencer is triggering me right now. I want to finish it, but I need ship omegas.
Yeah.
That are not farmable.
Right.
Man.
So why get frustrated about something you have no control over?
TM.
Because I want to finish it.
TM.
Dang it.
He said TM.
Goosey Lucy Caboosey. Question: who would win in a battle of eating Twinkies? Finn, Ranger, or Grim?
Oh, Finn.
Probably Finn.
I would forfeit immediately. Like, you guys go at it. No, I don't know. Grimkey probably... He killed my trooper again! Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I could eat a couple, but man, I'd get sweeted out, man.
Couple? Then I definitely would.
My trooper's not working
like,
on
2 or 5.
To put in here.
I have finished a whole box.
Let's go with the Sokatano. Sick of this crap. Get in there, Sokatano. Make something of yourself.
I don't know. Too many sweet things makes my teeth hurt.
Not Finn. Finn is immune to such things.
Oh,
for he is wise.
Tit says she would win.
Oh,
and I agree.
Oh, yes.
She'd do it for a Klondike bar.
She would.
You missed it, Tits. I had a 6-pack of Klondike bars on Saturday.
I had a Klondike bar for breakfast this morning.
Did you? Was it delicious?
It was. It was a Klondike Crunch too. I love the Klondike Crunch. That's the good stuff right there. So that was my breakfast.
I just want everyone to know that Finn is a medical doctor. I don't know what else more to say than
Quick, Finn. TV doctor pose.
Oh no. Signa much, Finn? Let's go through my soul katana. What the fucking
Nathaniel Miller, question: best non-legendary / heroic team to use in the Sith raid? I'd go Imperial Troopers.
Yeah, Troopers are pretty amazing.
Imperial Troopers
or Night Sisters.
Yeah, Night Sisters
First
are a good
Order.
call. First Order's a good one too. Can't go wrong with any of those teams. You really
Jawas. Unfortunately, Jawas. And Bounty Hunters, amazingly. That Thermal Detonator team is really nice.
Phoenix Squad for Phase 2.
Yeah, if you can get the Zetas and everything rocking and rolling on those guys, yeah.
Oh, really? I mean, if you want offense, you only really need Sabine. I mean, with some good gear and mods, of course. And then more survivability for total defense with Kanan. So, like, those would be the only two. But, I mean, if you want to go all out, I wouldn't do Zeb. Friends don't let friends Zeta Zeb.
Oh.
Two Fingers, question: does Finn really like Twinkies? Where's the Twinkies stream?
Yeah, Finn.
Unfortunately, real life has gotten busy, but yes, I do like Twinkies, and the streams will be coming, but it's just real life has kind of interrupted things, and then I wanted to make sure I did some other things, like we did the updated skin, and we're working on a updated store, which should be coming soon, so just some other priorities first before that, but they will be coming.
Word.
We got a donation from Vigilant Sentinel. Maul versus Scion. Who wins? And it's a $2 donation.
Oh, Scion.
Maul.
No way.
Scion.
Scion.
Yeah, well, considering Maul can die once and Scion can die how many times?
Would you say, V, that it would be a plethora of times?
It'd be a plethora of times, yes. Maul will get cut in half and be like, "Oh, it doesn't bother me," and then Scion will just like be like,
Cut
"All right."
off again is like, okay, now that really does bother me. I gotta say that bothered me this time.
King Castern, question: in-game tunes only. Who wins, Tuskens or Geonosians?
I have to put my money on Tuskens.
Geonosis,
they're
'cause
outnumbered,
there's
but-
4 of them, right? There's only 3 Tuskens, right?
Yeah, I know, but the Tusken, what's it called? Whatever. When he starts stunning, he can go off.
And don't forget Finn's, what was it? The theory crafted companion for.
Toggle has that old man strength, man. You don't underestimate that.
Old man strength. What the?
You should know about it, Ranger. You have that old man strength.
Listen, Finn. Nobody likes you. I'm not old. Jesus Christ. You make me sound like I'm like in my 70s and drooling on myself. Well, back in my day, we didn't have Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. We had dice and we pretended. You're a bad man, Finn.
Danilo Papais, question: who wins, Peter Griffin versus Grande versus the Chicken?
Oh! You know,
Peter,
I
because
think the
Grande
cool
will distract the
would
chicken.
beat it.
Hmm. I'm really trying to think of this one. This has kind of got me thinking a little.
It's Peter. Grande will try to catch the chicken with his jacket, so the chicken will essentially be on a 2-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
But then Peter will take them both out. You know you can picture it play-by-play, too. Especially if it's the Boba Fett chicken.
Yeah. Boba Fett's a chicken. I mean, how many times are you going to hit R2? Man, science cheating.
Nathaniel Miller, question: best non-JTR counter for an EP arena team?
Rex.
Yep.
Hands down. I mean, Rex would pick your team.
Fast first order team. Not to be too bad.
Yeah, you do get with Colorado and Mass Lead. You do get the.
You get 2 stuns right off the bat with normal Kylo Ren and crew.
Yeah.
You just stun EP and stun Thrawn or Vader.
Yeah. I can say that.
Vigilant Sentinel just donated another $2.
Oh, wow.
Finn has that Ewok strength.
What does that even mean?
It means I have the strength to eat Twinkies and make spears out of sticks and rocks. And
What does that even mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's Ewok strength. It's the strength of an Ewok.
Kill anyone I know.
Do you question my Ewok strength?
I don't, because I think you are that weak.
That also means on a one-on-one between Finn and a stormtrooper, Finn would win. With a stick.
True. Well, the stormtrooper would try to shoot him. Finn would just stand there, and then the trooper would just die of age. Finn wouldn't really have to do much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he could club him to death with like a stone mallet. Even though he's never used any kind of cutting device before in real life.
Like a chopstick?
Yeah, let's say chopstick. Let's try Trooper again, because damn it if I'm determined to try to get a good score in this, but they always seem to go for the one that I don't want them to kill. Stupid Scion. Hey, Goosey Lucy Caboosey just got R2D2. Congrats. Vigilant, thank you for your donation, sir. Very much appreciated.
Todd Mayette, when is Finn going to make some Twinkies?
That seems to be a theme today. Finn, just answer this damn question. End the controversy.
I did. I'm going to do it soon. It's just I have to focus. I'm focusing on the store and everything first.
You're going to sell Twinkies too?
Oh. Finn special Twinkies?
Is that what he said?
I'm not selling Twinkies.
You're not going to sell the Twinkies, Finn?
Oh, I thought you were going to put them in the store.
Finn.
I don't know if that would do very well. RSG Twinkies. They're good, but man, are they salty.
Yeah, you can get the Grande Patron flavor. It tastes like chicken.
Now with 25% more, how about now?
Then you'd have the Sir Loki Twinkie that's like covered in gold leaf with a voucher for 20,000 crystals in it.
Oh, no. Oh, that's fantastic.
And then you'll have Tits one, which is half gone.
Oh God. Oh, the funny things that we have happen in this show, I swear. Oh. All right, any other Star Wars Galaxy questions?
Do you want me to just focus on Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes questions?
No. I'm joking.
All right. King Kester and Ranger, where do you go to school?
I go to the University of Phoenix online, where I'm finishing my bachelor's in business and marketing. And then I'll be getting my master's after that. So a lot of school left to go. It seems like it never ends.
Okay, Tits McVenom. Question, why is Death Trooper playing so hard to get? I offered to buy him dinner, and he's still being a tease with 1 shard a day.
Well,
because he's worth it.
Yeah. Some things are just worth it.
You have to take lessons from Bimaso on how to woo people, because he managed to woo you, so you learn from Bimaso.
Oh, that's science. Oh, good call, Finn.
Also, real quick, on the farming cadence, depending on how you're farming Death Trooper, you're taking obviously a lot of energy at a time to farm him, and a lot of people just round their energy up till the max amount and hit it all at once. Try hitting it 2 at a time. I get better RNG the more attempts you take, in my opinion. And I've been playing since a little after the Force Awakens came out, and I've always tried to farm everything from a wider aspect at a star level, get everything up to 7 stars before gear. Not a lot of people play like that. And again, take the cadence for the RNG and just spend 32 energy at a time, and see if you get a better drop rate at that time.
Yeah, that's what I do. I do them 2 at a time.
It's the best way to roll the RNG.
I get better drops at 2 at a time than doing them in 20 at a time. I'll wind up with 1 if I do 20 at a time. I'll wind up with freaking 15 to 20 if I do them 2 at a time.
Yeah, for example, it's not as much energy, but I just finished farming my my Palpo to 7 stars yesterday, and it's obviously 20 energy instead of 32, but every other roll I would at least get 1 to 2 shards. So you can see the same results on that on the 16 node energies as well.
That's what I'm doing on the crew node still for farming up shards store currency.
Yeah, it's a good drop rate, and then you get a lot of crystal or shard shop currency that way, because you're farming 2 shards at a time, and then one of them ships too, so you're getting an extra currency every time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's science.
TM.
Jay Ramja. Question, what is the best trooper team lineup for the Sith raid, and in what order ideally would you want them to take their first turn?
So always have Stark go first.
Mm-hmm.
Stark's got to be your fastest, and then after that, doesn't really matter.
Either Death Trooper or Veers after Stark.
Yeah.
What I do with mine is I get, of course, Stark going as fast as he can, pops his crit stuff, and then I usually have it to where I have at least 2 going before Death Trooper, either Veers or Snow Troopers, so I can weaken some of the other stuff on there, or hopefully kill one so I can drop Death Mark on a dude, and then bail on him.
And then as far as best squad, go ahead, Zylo. Go ahead. Sorry.
The reason why I like my Death Trooper going after Stark is because instead of focusing on terminate the AoE debuff, especially for territory battles when all those rebels are gaining all those buffs and taunting, if you throw that AoE grenade and debuff them right away, that's a good way to get you a quick win.
Yeah, and as far as best squad, best squad for the Sith raid, it depends on the phase. Like earlier, I think we said you want a Thrawn lead with the troopers, P2, and then P3. You'll switch Thrawn and Veers around. Put a Veers lead in P3, and I mean your trooper squad's going to be the same no matter what. It's going to be like you got one revolving door. It's like you got Veers, Thrawn, Death Trooper, Stark, and then your fifth could be Shore Trooper, or Stormtrooper, Tank, or Snow Trooper.
I usually do Veers lead, Stark, Stormtrooper, Shore Trooper, and Death on one team.
Mm.
Brawn and Magma Trooper on another, and on like Tarkin, TIE Fighter pilot. Because I mean they do nothing while Magma goes over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm really trying to stress about the concept with this new team that I'm trying to get going for Phase 1. It's not only a great way to utilize Thrawn's lead, Magma Trooper, Death Trooper, and Krennic, because, you got the synergy with Krennic and Death Trooper alone. So every time, Nihilus is using that AoE, he's given Death Trooper, turn meter, and if he has the Zeta on, it's 100% turn meter. So it makes it that much better for him to keep going. And, you still have your 5 troopers left over, too, with that team. You can run the Phase 3 team again, too. Veers lead, Stark, the 2 Taunters, and then Snow Trooper. And you can either run those in 2 or 3.
Top ARPA. Question: best Rex team without Wampa for Arena.
Titans 2.0. And you could do that with or without CLS lead.
I think the one of the ones was Rex lead with what, GK, Mother Talzin, what were the other ones?
CLS and Wampa, that one.
It was with
He said no Wampa. He doesn't want.
Oh,
Wampa.
I know what you're talking
Gotcha.
about, Grim. It was Rex lead, Crew, GK, Talzin, and either like Old Ben or Shore Trooper.
I think
The turn meter going, and Talzin's Plague more.
Michael D. I've been experimenting with random big hitters behind a Boba lead in the Sith raid. OG Kylo works very well with him. Any suggestions for the other 3?
OG who?
OG Kylo.
OG Kylo. I would say Wampo's pretty good with Boba. If you have him. Anybody that just hits hard in arena, I would say toss him on the Boba team. Like, I mean, I've thrown Ezra, Wampa, even First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter pilot on a Butter Boba lead, because I'm assuming it's just a team where it's like you just want to. There's not really any true synergy. You just want to do like good numbers, good damage on there, because that Boba lead you're gonna be doing like pretty good hits, especially in P2 when you got the pain going out. Yeah, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head specifically, other than it's like Wampa or Ezra. Anyone that could just hit real hard, pretty much, and is relatively quick. What do you guys think?
No, I agree.
sure.
Yeah, see, that's right. Meh.
Man, see?
Oh, that damn Rook Sith raid, my nemesis.
You can put Asajj in there too if you have her unique Zeta.
I just took the damage. I'm about to go in there with my troopers and wreck shop.
No, I was talking about the big hitter.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Asajj would work in there. So would First Order Executioner.
Scavenger Ray.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Trevor Christensen. Question: what is the best team to use in arena with Zeta or Zader as lead?
None of them. I wish Zader was viable as lead, but he just isn't. I mean, unless you like camping out in the top 300.
It's probably for like a newer player that's just Zeta Vader or something like that. I mean, just to chime in on it, I mean, you won't climb or anything, but you just focus on the Empire faction in general. If you already have Vader and he's your best leader and you think in arena, just try and build around what you have with Empire for now, and keep in mind you'll need a pretty good Empire team to get R2 later on, and that Zeta Vader lead will at least help you out. Just make sure you're building an Empire team with synergy. If you have the tunes unlocked, keep gearing them and keep starring them.
Work on getting EP.
I'll put a team together for this person too. I mean, Zader lead. I mean, Sidious is pretty good because he's fast and helps with dots. High fighter pilot for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Shore trooper, and then if you don't have Thrawn, your fifth one could be Wampa's amazing with Vader, but assuming you don't have Wampa, or you don't want to run Wampa in arena. Tarkin, Tarkin the other one, yeah.
Also, like from a newer player perspective.
Yeah.
So Shore Trooper, it will take them a while to farm Shore Trooper.
Okay, so then you would do Tarkin, TIE Fighter pilot, Sidious, and maybe Royal Guard.
Yeah.
Or Stormtrooper.
Royal Guard because it's a more of an earlier game and it's a great tank still.
Yeah. Or Boba Fett too.
Boba.
Okay, Varkash, question: can I interest you in some literature from the Church of Latter-day Grande?
No.
After the initial talk, I came up with the 10 Commandments for it. Where's the best place to send it to you guys?
Oh, I already pray to the Church of RNGesus.
Yeah, I said my 10 Hell Grandes today.
Post it in the
Discord. Me with them. Message me with them.
Or that. Okay, Tits McVenom. Question: is there any squad makeup for troopers that will work without Death Trooper in Sith Raid? I'm a bit away from getting Death Trooper up, so looking for alternatives in the meantime.
Yes, there are. Next question.
That's not right.
No, pretty much any of the troopers will work, without Death Trooper. I mean, Death Trooper is really there to put that death mark up.
Yep, that's his sole purpose.
I mean, unless you have, a bayonet on him, he's not going to be hitting too hard with his basic because he can't do the double tap.
Yeah. And his AoE doesn't hit for anything either.
Yeah.
I mean, you just replace Death Trooper with another trooper.
But yeah, like you go Veers, lead, Stark, Snow Trooper, Stormtrooper, Shore Trooper.
Magma, if you have it.
If you have Magma Trooper, he can go in there. As long as Veers and Stark are in there, your troopers will rock and roll regardless.
Yeah.
If you're trying to avoid using Death Trooper and Magma Trooper, look at what you got left. The 2 tanks, Snow Trooper, Veers, and Stark.
Vigilant Sentinel. After Nihilus wiped out the Miralaka planet, how come they were a playable species in the Old Republic MMO? Did the lore ever explain that?
Well, think about it. They weren't every single one of them on the planet. They had gone to other planets and lived and survived. So that's,
right.
I think that's.
And it was a colony world.
What's that?
Yeah.
And it was a colony world that was wiped out, not their main planet.
Right. So.
A lot of them were on Tython too, which was Jedi Academy back then.
Yep.
Well, not the Jedi. Well, one of the Jedi Academies.
Well, the original Jedi Temple was there.
Yeah, it was a temple there. That's
or
right.
One of them, right?
Coruscant was still the main one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Clayton Benjamin. Question: is it worth buying 4-dot mods in the mod store?
Yeah.
No.
No. I mean, you don't think so?
No.
If you're running low on speed secondary mods, I'd say yes.
I'd say
yes.
no.
What's the question? Say it's like is he saying is it something specific or just 4-dot in general?
It just says 4-dot in general.
I mean, I think yeah, because if you wanna save money on like your territory war junk teams, I mean, a speed arrow that's 4-dot is not terrible.
Yes, you can definitely do a 4-dot.
I mean, I've got a couple plus 15 speed secondary 4-dot mods.
Yeah.
The difference is only 1 speed per upgrade is all that you're missing. So a 5-dot mod can go from +3 to +6. 4-dot mods can go from 2 to 5. So it's all based on RNG to begin with, but at most you're just missing like 1 speed. So there is no reason why you can't. And especially if you need speed dot mods. I do it all the time, and you can get 14, 15, 16. It's all luck anyways.
So I'm gonna call shenanigans. I'm gonna call shenanigans on that, Finn, because I've seen your teams and they don't have any mods on them. Period. You're a bad man.
No, they're all modded now. They're all modded now.
Well, for one, you don't want to buy the four dots out of the mod store. That's what he's asking, so don't do that. And then on top of that,
why would you spend money on those kind of 4-dot mods?
Do you know how hard it is to get any kind of purple or yellow mods in general from challenges?
Yeah,
I've been farming them all like for the last month. They are not easy to get. So to be restrictive on 4-dots just because they're 4 and not 5, when you can get the same speed and speed is primary.
No, that's not true. You're not going to get the same speed. And
yes, you will.
No, you're
not. Missing it only by 1 upgrade, and chances are that you're not going to get all the upgrades anyway. So it's actually a benefit.
Why waste?
Also, check this out. 1 second, guys. Listen. 5-dot purple mod. Blue mod. 1.7 million credits. 4-dot purple mod. 718,000 credits. So, if you're running low on credits and it has a decent speed secondary on it, I'd say go for it if you don't have very many good speed mods. If you're hurting for speed mods, you go with what you can get.
Mm-hmm.
Or just be
unless
patient,
you're
farm,
like
and then you get
Sir Loki and have a shitload of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, Sir Loki gets everything. I mean, let's just be real. I mean, he can.
The mod store is a trap right now, though. Like that's what it is.
It's a trap.
Spending credits for nothing.
Why is it a trap?
Because
people
you're
were
wasting
worried
your
about
credits on a chance of an RNG roll, and for 2, you're better off farming your mods. You just farm them, save your credits.
You're not better off farming. You actually don't get that many yellow or blue mods
you
or
may
purple
not,
mods.
Finn, but I've gotten a buttload that way. So
RNG roll is good for me.
But I mean, I farm them, like I always do, like 5 to 10 days in a row, where I get an astronomical ton of freaking mods.
I can get a bunch of mods. I'm not getting quality mods.
That's not true.
The only way to guarantee quality mods is by buying it. Otherwise, you're going with RNG, you're not only risking the chance of getting the yellow or purple.
Finn.
The whole game's RNG.
Rolled in there, I've gotten all kinds of purple, blue, and it's rare. But if you're doing it a buttload of times,
but it's like 75% gray.
It's a what?
It's like 75% of the level E mods. The mods that you're getting, if you do a bunch of energy, it comes down to somewhere around 70 to 75% ends up being the level E mods.
And you know what it cost you? Not a damn thing.
I'm not saying not to farm them, but there's nothing wrong with buying them either. And the whole thing about being a trap is kind of silly. It's not like your mods are going to go to waste just because level 90 comes into play.
Yeah. Plus, a lot of people can't farm mods right now because they're so busy farming
Cantina
things you need in the game. Yeah, Death Trooper,
on mods.
Well, the only thing that's a trap is that they are trying to drain you of resources because level 90 is coming. So go in it with your eyes wide open, but it doesn't mean it's a trap. You need to avoid it. They're trying to drain you of your resources, but all the mods that you're getting now, if you get quality mods, will last for quite a bit after the new level comes out. Because even if, first up, they're already saying they're not going to, but even if they introduce the next level of mods, it's going to be a while before people start to the point where you can have an appreciable difference. Notice that somebody's going to have the extra 1 or 2 speed per mod extra. Because at most it's +5 increase. Because you'll get like then the arrow will probably give you about 4 increase. But you're not getting enough to notice it until well into level 90. So if you're avoiding spending credits...
Damn it, Finn, do not try to be leveling us already before it's happened.
Well, no, I'm saying that's why people are saying it's a trap, right? Because they're draining you of credits, which means chances are there's going to be a level cap increase and they're trying to drain you of resources before it actually comes through so you don't have the credits to level. But there's nothing wrong with that because everything that you're farming now is going to be useful well into level 90. So it's a trap in the sense that they're trying to drain you of resources, but there's nothing wrong with the way that they're doing it.
Here, let me add one thing so we can move on to the here's the common ground I think that we can all agree on. I agree.
I agree.
Okay, yes. No.
Yes, I agree.
I think one of the things that we haven't hit on yet with this question is, I do agree it's a trap, but I've been buying mods of the monster, but I forgot to say I've only been using fleet currency to do so. If it's like regular credits, I will not buy it. If it's fleet credits, yeah, because if there's a level cap that comes around, I really don't care if I have 0 fleet credits because, I mean, what are ships doing in the game right now?
What about when they release a bunch of new ships?
We don't.
It's been over a year. We haven't got anything really for ships.
We got the Slicer.
We got the Slicer, but that's like, I mean,
and the Chimera.
Yeah, and plus you get enough credits from your daily daily reward anyway.
What is your reasoning, Ranger? So if there is a mod that is a gold mod with +3 speed, right? Why would you not buy it because it's 4 dot?
Because why not just wait and save and buy a 5 dot that you can have a better chance of having a higher roll? Because especially
you don't have a better chance. I look at this.
Chance. Hold on, I look at 5 dot. You're going to need 5 dot mods for all your characters. Even hold on, for your GP, for everything, right? Especially for your crews, you don't really need the best mods. You just need 5 dot max mods, right? Now for arena and your top teams, you want the top mods you can get. Right, so why not? It's just patience. Just save the credits. Wait till you can get in a position to where you can get those mods. Right, you can do Cantina for free. If you get lucky, you get lucky, and you supplement. Those spaces where you're like, oh, a 5 dot mod with speed. Let me go for it because it's one I need. And then that's how you start getting your PvP team better and your other teams better. So where you're not having to switch all your mods around. It takes a little time, a little bit of patience, but what do we always say? Stay on target, stay focused. Get free mods. You never know. It's free. Just get it out of there. Sell the rest, get more credits that you're not going to use. 4 dots down, sell them. Get all the credits. Keep those 5 dot mods, and then there's some 5 in the start. It's only.
So I think we're looking at it different, which is why we're coming up with different answers. My target is to get the highest speed on my characters. So when I'm looking just for speed, a 4 dot mod gives me a chance if it's +3 to go up to +23. So my target still remains the same. I don't care about 4 or 5 dot mods. My goal is to try and get the highest speed secondaries I can, and a 4 dot mod actually makes it cheaper. So unless it's a pilot, I don't really care whether or not it's 4 or 5. My goal is to get speed.
But your team should be 5 dot mods with the highest speed possible.
Why?
Your team for heroic Sith Raid should be 5 dot mods with the highest speed possible. Your territory battles and territory wars should be 5 dot mods with the highest speed possible.
I don't understand the obsession with 5-dot mods. I never have since it came out.
Because
so I don't
understand. Math. It's just better stats and overall better for it.
It is, but there is nothing wrong with 4.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with 4, but if I'm going to spend credits, like if I get a 4-dot gold mod out of a free, if I'm doing Cantina, winning, but I'm not going to spend like 700 to 1,000,000 credits on that.
What if you use your fleet currency though?
Oh well, then screw it. I'll do it.
I use everything.
Yeah, there you go. I think that's where we can agree to disagree. Don't use your credits to buy mods on the mod store. Use your fleet currency. If you see a decent mod, use the fleet currency. 4-dot, 5-dot. Nobody cares about fleet stuff.
If you don't have, if you're pretty much close to done with your ships, like if you're in like one of our positions, like if you have a lot of ships, you got to get up. You do need ships for certain things, so make sure you're in a decent position. Don't just. Get some mods like, oh, I only have 4-dot, no level ships or anything. Make sure you can at least do what you can for territory wars and territory battles for the missions and stuff for your guild. If you're in that position, then the rest is just great. You know,
I just bought a 4-dot mod in the store.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see what I get for speed. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Got 3 speed on it, so it's pretty high.
Mine was on the grounds of if they are having really bad RNG farming mods.
So
or they're busy farming something else. Like
just bought. Okay, go. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Grim.
Well, I was saying, if they're having really bad RNG farming mods, you take what you can get. I've bought 4-dot mods, with speed secondaries and had them roll plus 15s, which is, it's not the best, but it's still better than having no mods with no speed on them, which happens a lot for people that can't whale out and do, the 10 refreshes or whatever.
Well, just one more thing too. You got to think, it all comes down to RNG, right? So when you buy the mods, you're spending a good amount of currency either way, whether it's fleet or your regular credits, and then there's always the chance that the roll can go bad for you. And I've heard good rolls. I've heard people buying mods out of the mod store and getting good rolls and good speed secondaries off them. Yeah, but overall, you hear more bad than good, right? It's just how lucky are you with that RNG roll after you spend X amount of credits on the mod, and that's what bothers me about buying from the store in general.
So let me give you guys an example. I just bought a 4-dot potency mod for like 900k. I had 3 speed on the secondary. I just rolled. So since it was 4-dot, it only cost me 700k to get to level 12. It went from 3 speed to 12 speed. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I agree with you on that. And it's just, again, the odds of it rolling that way.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
So the way you're thinking about it, you're lending yourself to disappointment every single time. So let me ask, do you have characters that could benefit from plus 3 speed?
I'd rather farm the 5-dot mods in general.
But do you have any characters that benefit from plus 3 speed is the question.
No.
Saying an additional plus 3 speed.
No. Just plus 3. Do you have characters on your roster that would benefit from a mod with plus 3 speed?
Well, anybody could benefit from speed, Finn.
That's my point, right? Eventually, you want to try, because Territory Wars is making your entire collection useful. So the reason I buy the mods is because speed is what determines whose character goes first. And despite whatever the stats are, if your characters go first, they put out the damage first, and they get your team rolling first. So even though a 5-dot mod may have more offense percentage on its primary than a 4-dot mod, right? If the speed is better, then speed is going to go first, and you're going to be able to put out the damage first.
But speed isn't everything, Finn. You're assuming that speed is the be-all, end-all thing. Yes.
It is. Are you kidding me, Ranger? You know speed right now is what kills in this game. And if you're in Arena, if your team is faster than the other team, chances are you're going to win.
That's
in
true.
In Territory Wars, if your team is faster than the other team, you're going to take out trash and you're going to force them to use harder characters.
Hold on, but not all characters on your team require to be speed out the ass. Like for
no, they're not. That's why I'm saying just plus 3. Right, so when you're putting some of those trash characters,
but I can counter that. If why plus 3? Why not start off with the plus 5 with the gold mod and then have a better chance at?
Yeah, that's what you can get a plus 5 on a 4-dot mod.
but I'm saying overall better stat. I don't know. We're just going to agree to disagree.
No. My point isn't that. No. So you're missing my point. My point is you buy a mod from the store, right? And it has, I don't care, +3, +4, +5, whatever the primary speed is, right? Can a character on your roster benefit from it? If you're only looking for a mod that goes to +20, otherwise you're calling it a disappointment, or it hits double digits.
No,
and you
that's
call
not
it
what I said.
No, not you. Xylo was saying that sometimes the RNG makes it feel like all the mods are not working and you shouldn't spend credits. My point is, your mods are always going to be useful. You have more than enough characters that can benefit from speed at this point.
I agree completely. I mean, just from my perspective, I'm more stuck on 5-dot mods in general, and you got to think in the long run too that 4-dot mods, 5-dot mods, yeah, those are all well and good, but mod upgrades, maybe even higher dot mods are right around the corner. We all know that, and rolling all those 4-dot mods just to put them on tunes and then turn them around and remod them and sell them, you're hurting yourself and more than helping yourself.
How quickly do you think you're going to acquire 6-dot mods?
We'll have to wait and see how to acquire them first.
How quickly are you acquiring
5-dot mods in general?
How many of your characters have 5-dot mods that you're going to keep on your characters permanently?
Not all of them, but
I can say quite a lot because I've never changed the mods off Ugnaught. Screw that hippie.
But realistically, how many 5-dot mods do you have that you could look at and say, I am not selling this one? Would it be more than 10 characters worth?
And cycled them out. I've already, everything I'm not going to upgrade, I sell right away. Plain and simple.
So you have a bunch of characters on your roster that aren't modded?
Yeah, because I'm not trying to just buff up my GP just off of modding a bunch of tunes. Not at the moment, anyways.
Well, so see, that's another difference then, because all the characters come into play in Territory Wars. So as you go up, all the characters should be modded in order to make more use of them. So it's not just buffing the GP; it's actually making your characters a little bit more viable.
Right.
And you don't sell those mods. So you said 6-dot mods will come in and then you'll shift them out and then sell. You won't be selling the mods. If you have a good 4-dot mod, it'll be useful on a different character. It just won't be on your arena team, because arena team, you want your top level mods.
Right, I agree.
So you would still keep your 4-dots, even if 6-dot mods come out.
Right. Again, and I just don't want to spend credits on upgrading 4-dot mods and putting them in on tunes that you're going to end up maybe even potentially shuffling out in the long run, even if you are using them or not.
I mean, that's your choice. I'm not saying not to, but all I'm saying is 4-dot mods can get just barely less speed than your 5-dot mods. And your speed secondaries are RNG based anyways. So the chance that you'll notice the difference is very little. Because I have a bunch of 5-dot mods and I still haven't exceeded +16. So it doesn't matter if it's 4 or 5, whatever the hell it is. I haven't gotten past 16 yet. Meanwhile, Loki has like a bajillion +20s and gets disappointed when it's 15. So it's all relative as well. But when it comes down to speed, 4 or 5 doesn't matter. I'll just go with whatever gets me the best speed.
Right. I'm at the point now in Cantina where I only have to farm Kit Fisto and Geonosian Spy, and can farm either of those out of the guild and Fleet Store, and then it's hard farming mods, and I want to get the best out of what I'm farming, and if I'm gonna keep hard farming mods, and I want to upgrade the better potential mods that I can right now, especially if there's going to be potentially better mods in the future.
See, I agree with you, Finn, though. If in like Territory Wars, if my trash team that is modded with speed can take down a good team that has no mods on it because their owner decided to put no mods on them for Territory Wars,
like
and my team beats them, 20 points instead of like 15 off of a junk team is, hashtag winning.
Yeah, and there's always an increase in the characters you're going to use, right? So we're at the point, at least I think most of us are at the point where Heroic AAT is on farm. But even if you're not, right, let's just look at the Sith raid. look how many different teams we're now considering for different squads, right? So you're now utilizing Night Sisters. So you have to make sure your Night Sisters are modded. Potentially Jawas for phase 1. So now we're dealing with that. But now we have Magma Trooper. So you're constantly increasing the number of characters that are becoming useful in different parts of the game. So having more mods to shift on them that aren't part of your arena team, because arena should get the focus, is always a good idea. 4.5 mod, it doesn't really matter. Most of the time, the difference is going to be your speed and your gear. And in particular, some of the key pieces of gear now are becoming like the Gear 12 stuff that increases your health by a great amount, or like your bayonet that does armor penetration. Like there's some key things that make a huge difference. And while 5. is better than 4. It's not to the point where it's going to be like so crazy that the 4. is going to be unusable. Your 4. will still be usable even with a Mark 6. It just depends on where you are with the rest of your speed mods. And they can upgrade just as much. No, slightly less. I shouldn't say just as much. They can upgrade to slightly less. A total of 4 less speed after the upgrades. And that's assuming you hit all 4 speeds.
All right. I think we can call this stream wrapped up. Me and Finn are going to fight after this. I'm going to take.
Well, one thing we can agree on.
That you're a bad man.
We can end on something we agree on.
Yeah, you're a bad man.
Don't buy arrows that are speed primary that are 4. Those are worthless. Don't buy 4. speed primary arrows. Only get the 5 for those, because those are guaranteed to go to 30. There's no RNG to it. Mm-hmm. So that one definitely wait.
All right, we'll compromise there. Mm-hmm. All right, so so we've come to some kind of, see, that's kids. This is how compromises are done. Me and Finn are in Congress going at it. Then we compromise. Let's just agree on this. We'll make a law. So let it be written. So let it be done. But thank you, everybody, for being in chat today. Hope everybody enjoyed the lunch stream. Remember, you can listen to us afterwards on YouTube, where you can follow the chat as it happened live and go back and rewatch everything. You can also check us out if you want to listen to this in podcast form on the iTunes Store. You can download us and just listen to us whenever your lunch stream is. So whatever makes you happy. We've got both those options there for you. Make sure you check out the swag store. We got all kinds of cool RSG stuff in there. Please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. We want to get to that 3,000, so we need your support to do that. Every subscriber and thumbs up helps us grow and makes the channel grow and just helps us keep putting out this great content that you guys are used to. And, do the same thing for Xylo. Xylo's got a channel, right, Xylo?
Yep. Yeah, just check me out, Xylo Takedown. I got a small channel. If you like playing Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, come check it out.
There you go. Josue said we didn't answer his question. Well, that's what we got the RSG Discord for, buddy. You can come in there and we can answer your question. Or you know what? We can save it for the next stream. Can we do that, Finn? Josue Garcia's question.
Yeah, if you want to pop it in. Let me see. Stanley, do you have his question? And then we can...
Not anymore. I already turned off my computer.
Okay, let me see if I can find his question. Then I'll put it in our... Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah, so we'll get to that. Let's see that. Just all you have to do is you can pop it in Discord. We'll help you there, or we'll just wait till the next stream, which will be tomorrow, and then we'll answer your question then. There you go. So we'll see. A compromise, damn it. We're acting like adults. Graham, anything you want to pimp, buddy?
Actually, no. I'm not gonna pimp until I actually have some new content up. So
okay, gotcha. Okay, but thank you to Stanley. Great job as always. Thank you, Vizzelli, for being on. We're gonna go do some Battlefront after this. I'm not gonna stream it. We're just trying to level our stuff. God, oh Lord. And then and we'll not. I don't know if I'll get to Battlefront today, but the rest of the week I'll do Battlefront because after I do some Battlefront with V, I got to get my schoolwork turned in and get that taken care of, which is always a wonderful thing to do. And then, let me see, am I missing anybody? I think I got everybody, right? Graham, that's everybody. So, everybody have a great rest of your afternoon. Appreciate you all, and we will holler at you later. Peace.